Yeah.
So the Navigators ultimately was a search. The completion principle is, in its most simple form, the fact we know everything we need to know right now in every part of our universe, that we can make a difference. We know that we can reverse engineer everything we've ever done and end up at the very, very beginning all over again. So the analogy is that it's a circle. It doesn't have a beginning, it doesn't have an end. We don't die, right? Our consciousness does not die. All we do is we shake off this mortal coil. We just lose this human uniform. But everything else, the very, very core, our essence, our pure light energy, the God within us, it goes on. And the completion principle essentially amplifies that sentiment in many, many different ways with the different types of songs. So to make it palatable and easy for the so-called plebs of the world, we're doing it like pure science fiction, right? So literally, you get on board the spacecraft at the very beginning of the album, which is a whole lot of, you hear somebody is switching through a radio, an old radiogram, and they're hearing different stations and different noises and whatever. So you're trying to tune into something. And then you're getting further and further away until there's almost like silence. And then you board the spacecraft here on planet Earth, wherever you're from, whatever country you're from, whatever denomination, race, religion you're from, or whatever, you board your spacecraft and you leave planet Earth and you go to Alderaan. And I could go on about Alderaan forever and a day, but I won't. So, I've created the metaphor in the writing that it's the seventh planet closest to the sun. Everything's in about sevens and threes, and that's a whole different thing as well. Very, very apparent in the Egyptian pantheon and also in the Maya culture. But anyway, so you get on this spacecraft, you go to Alderaan, and Alderaan is a whole new world. Whole new world, right? Where everything is all about harmony and it's peace and love and compassion and understanding and all this kind of thing. And so what we've done is we have referred, again, to make it easy for people to understand, we've brought it into context by using the Pyramid of Giza and the Sphinx, which I've discovered through my research and through my belief structure that the pyramid is not a three-sided object. First of all, it's a five-sided object, and the Sphinx is the second hand. So the pyramid is a clock of time left on the planet many millions of years ago, and the Sphinx is the actual sweeping second hand, telling the time. So we know what happens as the procession of planets goes across in its elliptical orbit. We know what happens down on Earth. And that's what Alderaan represents, that very first song. And from Alderaan, we kind of skip a beat, if you like, and we probably arrive on what seems to us to be an inhospitable planet. And so and the next track is going to be As the Elements. As the elements slash the planet, the gods above observe, as the elements slash the planet, we are really here to serve, as the elements slash the planet, the water feels so real, and so on and so on and so on. So here on Earth, we're feeling this incredible, there's an incredible frequency of natural disaster, whether it's tsunamis, whether it's storms, whether it's, global warming, whether it's weird seasons and extreme temperatures and whatever else like that. That's our planet basically trying to tell us enough is enough. So while we are being lashed, while all these elements, these natural elements are lashing our planet and making everything miserable for us, the product of that is in another place. And that's what we're referring to. So the song continues this journey and allows us then to move deeper and deeper within ourselves, to kind of rise above our mediocre lives, to kind of raise our consciousness to a point where we adopt a course of self-correction, which we can do in our relationships, which we can do with the food that we eat, what we consume, we can do with the environment that we live and breathe in, we can do within our belief structure, our religious denomination. It's all about a course of self-correction. And the minute you recognize that desire within you to do that, you create better and a balance on the planet.
The Rainbow Bridge.
Well, as I explained outside, Rainbow Bridge is every higher thought and every higher action that we as individuals participate in builds a bridge between the heart and the higher and the mental and spiritual centers of the planetary being. The planetary being, Mother Universe. We are the cells that make up the body of Mother Universe.
Okay.
Okay? So that's where the completion principle is heading.
And